On the gridiron or courtside, you know what time it is. It's
Sports plus life. Sports plus life.
ringside or front court or field pass. We ballin', no. Knuckle up or buckle up. I tell it like it is when I'm on my show. Home run, slam dunk, knockout, or gossip dough.
Sports plus life.
Yeah.
Sports plus life. Yo, 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 yo. What's up? What's really good? It's your boy Brandon Brevon Towns, host of that show called Sports Plus Life. You feel me? Oh, you know what's going down today, bro. Yes, so guess what? Guess what? Turn it off, turn it off, turn it all the way off. Now, yeah. All right. Already got to clear my throat. Excuse me. Only a few seconds in. Okay, please allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Brandon Brevon Towns, host of that show called Sports Plus Life, that there sports podcast where we talk about all of the necessary topics in sports and all of the necessary topics in life. And I've been waiting for this weekend coming up, this Saturday in particular coming up. But before we go there, I would definitely like to send out a bunch of love to everybody who showed me so much love on my birthday. Thank you all so much. It really means the world to me, just to, experience the birthday love and realize that, people out there do care about you, even if you haven't seen them for a while. Now, if I ever hit the lottery, you could still just say happy birthday on my Facebook page. No, but all jokes aside, I did. It was cool. My birthday was cool. Like I said, didn't really do much. Didn't really. I just kind of just hung out, just chilled out. But it was great. Just being able to see another birthday is incredibly blessed, and being able to spend it with my kids and then later on with my sister and my niece. That was pretty cool. That was definitely cool. So shout out to everybody. Love you. Everybody who sent out the birthday wishes. And shout out to my Black and Gold fam. Not just my Black and Gold fam, but my fam in general. And, it was a lot of the Black and Gold love that I felt on your boy B-Day. But it is a beautiful Monday, July 24th, 2000 of the 2-3. Now, I told y'all what this week episode was going to be about. So are you ready for the realm of sports? I'm ready. You ready? We ready? They all ready. Let's get to it. Praise the Lord and pass the ammunition. Lord, it's finna be a good day this Saturday. For we have one of the biggest fights in the last damn near decade. Lord, can the congregation say amen? Amen. Amen. Lord, I am ready. I've been waiting for this since the announcement of this fight. This Saturday, it is going down via Las Vegas, Nevada. Viva! I don't give a damn what you think. I don't give a damn what you say. I don't give a damn about no other sports this week, because it is all about the fight that the world has been waiting for at least the last 4 years. I'm talking pound for pound number one ranked Terrence Bud Crawford going against pound for pound the number 4 ranked fighter in the world, Errol the Truth Spence. They are finally going to square off this Saturday at the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, and again, one of the most anticipated fights in years. Definitely since the fight in 2015 between Floyd Money Mayweather and Manny Pac-Man Pacquiao. And I will be going out on a limb to say that I bet you the fight is better than that one. I will say this, and I'm going to tell you something. As a long-time boxing fan, as a long-time boxing purist, I am fucking offended.
Biatch.
Why am I so offended? Because this fight has not been getting the hype and the pub that it truly goddamn deserves. I don't want to hear everybody talking about it on Friday. You need to be starting to talk about it now. Shit. When Mayweather and Pacquiao fought 8 years ago, all of these sports talk shows, sports debate shows was at the damn arena. They did their show the whole week from Las Vegas. This fight, to be honest with you, has way more riding on it than Mayweather and Pacquiao. Way more. Allow me to count the way.
You niggas are crazy.
First of all, as I said earlier, number 1 versus number 4 in the pound-for-pound rankings. Second of all, 2 undefeated welterweight champions going at each other for all of the marbles. This is for the undisputed welterweight championship of the world. You haven't seen a fight of this magnitude since Felix Trinidad versus Oscar De La Hoya in 1999. Or I could go back further, when Sugar Ray Leonard and Tommy, then the Motor City Cobra, soon turned to Hitman Hearns, fought in their prime, in their 20s, for the undisputed welterweight championship of the world. Way more riding on it than Mayweather and Pacquiao. Both of these fellas are perfect in their record. Somebody's O has got to goddamn go, and this fight needs some respect put on his name. I'm talking Birdman, bitch. Respect. R-E-S-P-E-K. Respect. Y'all better respect this fight. Respect these two brothers, because I got a feeling that you gonna see it more than once. I have a feeling that after this fight is over with, you will see a rematch, because I believe it's going to be a hotly, tightly contested fight. And I believe that the loser of the fight is not going to be satisfied one bit, and they're going to want to get back in the ring again. But you know what? I will deal with that bridge when that bridge comes. I'm worried about Saturday night. Terrence Bud Crawford, Errol Spence Jr., undisputed welterweight championship fight, Saturday, July 29th. Who could promote this shit better than that? I'm giving you motherfuckers free publicity.
Yeah, ho.
Can a nigga get a ticket? No, I'm just joking. I'm just super hyped though. I'm be honest with you. I am just hyped because if it's one thing, if you know me,
You got knocked the fuck out, man.
I love boxing. I love my boxing. Nothing gets me more excited, hyped, wound up, whatever, than when it is a huge fight on a Saturday night. Pay-per-view, whatever, I don't give a shit. And if you know me, you know how I get down on fight nights like that. But it's just wonderful. Boxing is gonna be in the spotlight. It's all gonna be about this fight Saturday night. Again, I don't know why all these shows are they starting off talking about, oh well, the running backs, they just had a meeting of how the running backs are getting treated now in football. So the fuck what? Guess what? Them niggas got franchise tagged, and it ain't gonna change till next football season. Give this week to boxing. Boxing deserves this week, because the fight everybody wants to see is going to happen. So let's do oh, I'm so hype, I'm sorry. Let's do tail of the tape. Let's do tail of the tape between Terrence Bud Crawford and Errol Spence Jr. Terrence Crawford is 35 years old. Errol Spence is 33 years old. Terrence Bud Crawford's record is 39-0 with 30 KOs. Errol Spence Jr.'s record is 28-0 with 22 KOs. Oh my goodness. I mean, the tension for this fight is gonna be so tight you couldn't cut it with a fucking machete. Do you hear the intensity coming on my voice? I mean, I'm almost choking on my own rage here because I'm so amped up. I wish today was Friday so tomorrow could be the day of the damn fight. I'm just so ready to just get by this work week. I'm just ready just for Saturday. Saturday is going to be such a wonderful day. It's going to be such a wonderful day and night. And I can't wait. So, again, weight limit 147 pounds. Now, I guess you would want to hear me predict who I think is going to win this fight. And I will tell you who I believe is going to win this fight. I think it's going to be Terrence Bud Crawford. Now, all of the natural advantages go to Errol Spence. Errol Spence is taller. He has a longer reach. And honestly, Errol Spence, I believe, pretty soon will be fighting as a middleweight. I do believe that. Possibly a super middleweight, because he has the size to do that. He has the size to fight in that division, but he could not leave the welterweight division and not see Terrence Crawford, and not at least once. Now, if Errol Spence wins this fight, I know there's a rematch clause in the contract, but I think Errol Spence will try to do everything he can to just go up to junior middleweight at 154. I believe both of them are going to go up to junior middleweight. So if you see a rematch from these guys, it may not be at welterweight. It may be at junior middleweight very well. But yes. If he wins, I believe Errol Spence will definitely try to go up in weight. Bud Crawford, I think the most he'll go up to is 154.
Excellent.
Because really, he spent a long time at the lightweight division. He's now a full-fledged welterweight. He's been in the welterweight division for a good 5 years now. He's a full-fledged welterweight. But I see him going up to no more than 154. I see Errol Spence going as high as 168 in the super middleweight division. But they had to see each other. Is here. We here. The fight is here. It is finally here. And I'm going with Terrence Crawford because I think he just has a dog in him. I think Errol Spence has a dog in him too. But Terrence Crawford's game is more versatile. He's a naturally conventional fighter, but he fights honestly in the southpaw stance. Now, particularly with his last few fights, he's been fighting in the southpaw stance more than conventional. So he can get you that way. He does have power. He does have speed, as does Errol Spence. That's what makes this such a great fight, because Errol Spence has power. He has speed. Errol Spence loves to fight on the inside. Where I think that could be a mistake for Errol Spence is Errol Spence likes to fight on the inside because he likes to punish you. But Terrence Crawford, I believe, will be harder to hit. And I believe he will deliver some shots back. I think it'll be a nip and tuck fight. I could see Terrence Crawford winning this fight 116 to 112 on the judges' scorecard. Or between 115, 113, or 116 to 112. I could see Terrence Crawford winning this fight by 2 rounds, 3 at the most. But it is going to be a great, great fight. I cannot wait. And again, I don't give a shit about what's happening in no other sports right now. I'm gonna tell you right now, because to me, it is all about the undisputed welterweight championship fight. And I'm gonna be like this, maybe not this wound up on for when Oscar De La Hoya, when Canelo Alvarez fights Jermell Charlo on September 30th. But I told you guys last week, I said this motherfucking show today is all about this fight. I don't give 2 fucks about what's going on in the run with the running backs in the NFL. I could care less. I will get back on that next week unless there is some well shit. I mean, if anything crazy happens, I only do Sports Plus Life now once a week. So unless it happens like right now, you ain't gonna hear me talk about it, because by the time y'all get this right here, it's probably gonna be late tonight or the wee hours in the morning. But yes, I'm going with Bud Crawford in a razor-tight fight. I believe the rounds are going to be very close. I know both of these guys want to score a knockout. I don't think that will happen. But I think what it's going to be is a great, great fight. I think you're going to see the greatest, you're going to see the best unification welterweight championship fight since Ray Leonard and Tommy Hearns did it in the early 80s, because De La Hoya versus Trinidad, which I remember I was 16 when that fight happened. De La Hoya, when they fought in 99, the hype was that of a Super Bowl. I mean, you had Mexico versus Puerto Rico. Well, the Mexicans, they borrowed De La Hoya for that fight. You had 2 undefeated fighters, both 26 years of age. And the fight honestly didn't deliver the way it was supposed to. I'm just keeping it 100. I'm keeping it a stack. That fight did not deliver the way it was supposed to. And then, of course, Mayweather and Pacquiao, that fight, I mean, the hype was even bigger than De La Hoya versus Trinidad. And again, I thought the fight was tighter than what some of the judges had it, but it was not the fight that I believe that fight would have been had that fight happened in 2010 instead of 2015. This fight right here, I believe this fight is going to be worth every goddamn penny that is going to be paid for it on pay-per-view. This is the fight. I mean, do I want to call it the fight of the decade? But it's because to me, it's the biggest fight in damn near a decade. Now, for this fight, for this event, I had to hit up one of my true boxing aficionados. He is new on the show, but my man knows boxing just as well as I have. He has met the likes of the immortal Mike Tyson. He knows a couple of welterweights on the Al Heyman umbrella. But RJ, pleasure, bro, pleasure.
Hey, pleasure for you to have me, Doug.
Hey, man, no problem. Hey, look, I've been on here amped because you know, when I would see you on the reg, we would talk boxing all the time. That'd be the main thing we would talk about, boxing.
Every time we see each other.
Every time we see each other, boxing.
Okay.
And so I am hyped about this fight. First of all, I'm going to get straight to the point. Who you got?
Honestly, I was trying to give that a thought yesterday, and I don't know if I can choose one. I want to say Spence, but then I don't want to disrespect Crawford. But Crawford's been busier than Spence, plus Spence had that accident, so it's going to be a tough one. He's going to really have to dog it out, but he's been talking a lot of shit, so I'm sure he's going to black it up.
So you going with Errol Spence?
Yeah, he's going. Yeah.
Okay, and see, and there, there lies the debate right there because I'm picking Terrence Crawford to win this fight.
Oh Lord!
Now I just did
I'm not mad at you for that either.
You said what?
Eat my words. I said I'm not mad at you either. I might have to eat my words on that one.
Well, this is a tough fight to pick because I just did the tail of the tape for the audience, and Errol Spence has all of the natural advantages. He's taller. He's has a longer reach.
Yeah. His pedigree is just a little bit better.
His pedigree,
as an amateur.
Well, as an amateur, yes. But one thing that I didn't even think about is the fact that he has taken long stretches of absence due to accidents or due to contract negotiation. He had the accident, then he had the detached retina. So and Crawford has been busier. Crawford is 39-0. Spence is 28-0. It's the fight we've been wanting to see for the last 5 years. Now, I'm a true boxing historian, so I named some of the biggest unification fights in welterweight history, but how the last two Major League Super Bowl-like fights didn't live up to what the billing was. Of course, Mayweather and Pacquiao.
That's what I'm worried about.
And then before that, I don't know if you remember, Oscar De La Hoya versus Felix Trinidad, when they were both 26 years old and both undefeated welterweight champions.
Yeah.
And neither fight lived up to what the hype was. But see, I think this is going to be a unification fight. And I know your pop could tell you something about this. The first fight between Ray Leonard and Tommy Hearns.
Oh, yeah, that was a dog fight right there.
That was a unification fight between two undefeated champions in their 20s. Now, that's the thing. They were in their 20s. In their primes. And they just let it go. It was a hell of a fight.
One, Bell won.
Yes, and this is what I think. This is how I think this fight is going to go. I think this is going to be that type of fight. I think it's going to lean towards more the Ray Leonard, Tommy Hearns than the De La Hoya versus Trinidad. And for God's sake, Lord knows, I don't want it to be like Pacquiao and Mayweather. But see, neither fighter fights like Floyd. You know what I'm saying?
You don't know if they have a rematch clause.
They do have a rematch clause.
For 3 fights or just?
Well, it would. They have a 2-fight rematch clause. So I said this earlier. I said I think the fight is going to be so tight that the loser of the fight is going to demand a rematch.
Oh, absolutely.
I wouldn't be surprised though if a second fight took place at 154 pounds. Because
now.
Say what?
What are they fighting at?
This is welterweight, 147.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Because Terrence Crawford is the last person that Errol Spence is going to face at welterweight. They can talk about Boots Ennis all they want to, and rightfully so. Boots Ennis is a beast. But this Bud is the last person that Spence is going to fight at welterweight again, because he knows that he can go up there. He can fight one of the Charlos at 154. Well, he's about to fight Canelo, or he could go up and fight David Benavidez. He could fight Canelo.
Where Haney is too?
Huh?
Is that where Haney is too?
No, Haney is lightweight.
Okay.
Haney is in the same division as Tank.
That's all
and Shakur Stevens.
All they gotta do is either get bigger, lose weight.
Well, again, I think the highest that Bud is going to go to is 154. I think Spence can go all the way to super middleweight if he wants. Definitely middleweight.
Yeah, he's tall enough.
Now I think what'll happen is Now, let's just say, for the sake of argument, let's say that the fight is not lopsided, but let's say it's a clear-cut Terrence Crawford win. And you're like, it was a good fight, competitive, but you clearly saw that Terrence Crawford outclassed Spence.
Yeah.
I think maybe Spence may not take the rematch. I think Spence may just go up to 154 anyway. But if the fight is razor thin, if both men think they won at the end of the fight, that rematch is coming.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And it's going to be a lot of money. It's a big fight.
Well, yeah, and I think if they have a rematch, I think it would be in December.
That'd be a quick rematch.
5 months. I mean, hey, look, I don't give a fuck. I'm here for it.
Get right back to it. I'm cool with that.
I am here for it. So, okay, so you think that Spence
have to release 2.
Yeah. So you think that Spence is going to pull out? Now, how do you think the fight is going to go? Like, what if you were Spence's trainer? How would you tell him to go with Crawford?
Well, they're both very calculated, so they both definitely are kind of counter punches for the most part. So I see them analyzing each other. But I know Terrence Crawford likes to throw them hands, though. But he likes to stay just real tight and defensive. So it's going to be a tough one.
If I was Errol Spence's trainer, I would tell him to use his natural abilities as best that he can. Now, he's a southpaw. He's a southpaw. I would tell him to use that jab. This is what I would not, and I see Spence likes to fight inside. I would not advise that against Crawford. Only because Crawford is an ambidextrous fighter. So, Spence is a southpaw. Crawford can fight southpaw too.
Yeah.
So there you have no advantage.
Yeah.
You have no advantage. But then Crawford could switch up on you, and all you've been in the ring before. When you fight a southpaw, what are you supposed to throw?
Yeah.
You're supposed to throw that straight right.
Yeah.
So I would tell Spence to use your natural abilities. Just jab, counterpunch you, because you're right, both of them are counterpunches. Now, if I'm Crawford's trainer, if you're Crawford's trainer, how would you tell him to fight?
Crawford's, definitely just watch out for those inside punches, but keep away from that jab and just keep moving around, honestly. I think, like you said, him being ambidextrous just really helps him a lot if he's in a certain position where he needs to switch, where there's no leverage or anything with his natural stance. So switching will be very helpful. So, just stay on the defense and take him into those later rounds. Try and take him in the deep end and drown him, honestly, for real. He's not as big, so that's going to be an uphill battle. But it's Errol Spence. He's got golden medals, so.
Oh, gold medals?
Yeah.
Yeah, he does. And if I was
a lot of amateur fights.
He does. He has a huge amateur background. He didn't win his first. He didn't win his first title till he was 27 years old.
Yeah.
And of course he didn't start his career when he was 18, 19 like most of these guys. But if I'm Crawford, I'm the first thing I'm gonna just advise Crawford to not do. Sometimes Bud likes to get off to slow starts.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
I would not do that in this fight.
Maybe, I don't know. It depends. Depends on how he feels Spence is looking coming out. Because like you said, he doesn't really fight as active. Plus he's had the accident. So ain't no telling what his true shape is. Because, Crawford's been going for years. He ain't really take a break. So when you have that momentum, it's a different ball game.
Yeah, I would try to feel him out for a round. Because you don't want to, start too late and Spence is throwing rounds in the bank. You don't want him to throw 3 rounds in the bank and then now you're comfortable. You don't want to have the Bernard Hopkins, Jermaine Taylor effect.
No. The sweet spot's going to be definitely around 3 to 5.
Got to be. So do you think Spence wins by decision or do you think he wins by knockout?
I think if he's going to win, he's going to either, I don't know about a knockout. I feel it would be more of a stoppage than a knockout.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just him not collecting his marbles in time, or the ref feeling like he can't continue.
Ooh, nasty ass Bud Crawford. You think he could stop? Okay.
I don't know if he's gonna flatline him. I don't know if he'll flatline him.
Okay. Well, look, I think that Crawford is gonna win by a decision. I know both of them are gonna look for the knockout, but I don't think either of them are gonna chase the knockout. I think if either one gets knocked out, I think it's gonna be something that comes with the fight.
Both of them are good counter punchers. Somebody's getting knocked out off that counter.
Okay. You don't know how fucking hype I am. Now, I'm serious, bro. Now, I said this at the beginning of the show. I said I'm fucking offended because this fight hasn't been getting the pub that it deserves to get when you look at what's on the line in this fight. Again, you have
it's just the reputation in general, even if they don't really have scraps like that.
Yeah, I mean, because you look at now, you remember when Mayweather and Pacquiao fought.
That took forever.
But I'm saying once the deal was finally signed and it was fight week, every sports show was at Vegas.
Oh yeah.
To me, there's more on the line for this fight because one, you have two undefeated fighters.
Yeah.
And Mayweather and Pacquiao, there was one belt on the line. All belts are on the line in this one. I believe the top spot in the pound for pound is at stake here. 4 belts, bro. This is a fight for 4 belts.
Dang.
Now, here's the worst case scenario. The worst case scenario is the fight doesn't live up to its hype or the hype that it should be getting, and you have a draw.
Both of them not wanting to get knocked out.
Yeah. You said what?
I said with both of them not wanting to get knocked out.
Yeah, right. Exactly. That would be to me is worst case scenario is you don't have a good fight and it actually ends up being a draw, so you have no conclusion over who's the better fighter.
Yeah, or if it's just like a bad stoppage,
or if it's like a cut.
Yeah.
That would be horrible if it would be like a headbutt, a clash of heads, and then you can't. Yeah, something dumb. So I'm gonna knock on wood for that. No, please, Lord Jesus.
How do we fix it, though?
Lord Jesus, don't let that happen. Now, look, if that shit happens, RJ gonna be like, CB, you did it.
Yeah. And that's what I thought happened with Anthony Joshua with Ruiz. Nothing to take away from Andy Ruiz, but Anthony Joshua is that dude.
Are you sure? Is he still that dude, bro?
I don't think he got that dog in him.
He doesn't.
He's still amazing, but I don't think he has that same dog in him like Klitschko. Klitschko, he really laid it out there.
He doesn't have that dog in him like Tyson Fury or Deontay Wilder.
Yeah, Tyson Fury got a different.
Like, because he hasn't even fought either of them.
Yeah, but Wilder's fighting people that I haven't even heard of.
Because the only person who wants to get in the ring with Wilder is Tyson Fury.
And he just wants some big money fights because this is the end of his career, so why not go out with the bangs? But, I mean, he's still fighting these other guys to stay in some type of fighting shape.
Well, have you heard about the fight that Tyson Fury has coming up in October?
I did not. I saw he had some Netflix show coming out. He's
fighting the top heavyweight from the UFC, Francis Ngannou.
Oh, yeah. I did see that.
Mm-hmm. He's fighting him. I don't know, and then you said
with a clean one. I don't know.
You said what?
I said he better not get caught with a clean one. But Ngannou is not really boxing gifted. I mean, he can throw hands, and of course, if he connects, it's lights out. But as far as Tyson Fury, he's definitely one of the best defensive boxers. So.
Well, look, when UFC fighters do a crossover match, which I don't blame them. I don't blame them one bit because Dana White don't pay them shit. And they learned from Conor McGregor when he fought Floyd and he made 9 figures. And that's why McGregor ain't been the same in the UFC since, because for one, you'll never make that much in one fight. And so Ngannou coming to fight Tyson Fury, I don't blame him. But when the UFC fighter fights a boxer, I'm rooting for the boxer every single time.
He's still pretty young though, too, right?
Yeah, he is. I mean, look, he's gonna get a bag. I'm
talking about the UFC.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he's gonna get a bag.
Boxing's how many? 100+ years old?
Boxing?
Yeah.
Oh, you talking about in the 1800s, bro?
Yeah.
Yeah, in 18. Yes, you talking about the 18.
UFC's still kind of a baby, so I feel like he might be paying him maybe as best as possible.
Well, yeah, I mean, boxing at one point was seen as barbaric as the UFC used to be before it blew up.
Yeah, especially when they really didn't have like a standing 8 count and stuff like that, where you can just like jump right on him as soon as he stands back up.
Oh yeah, well see, one reason why those fights in 100 years ago used to go so long, 100 and 120 years ago in the early 1900s. I mean, for one, yeah, the referee, especially
Ali was going long. Ali had like a 15 round.
Yeah, well, see, 15 rounders, yes, 15, and they did away with the 15 rounders in the 80s.
Yeah.
But in the days of Jack Johnson, their fights were scheduled for 45 rounds.
Yeah, for an hour.
Yeah, their fights were scheduled for 45 rounds. They used small gloves, so your knuckles would get really
basically nothing.
You were almost going bare knuckle, but you didn't.
On your hands.
Yeah, you didn't have much cushion, so after a few rounds, it kind of hurts to throw a punch.
Yeah.
But in the 1800s, boxing was seen more as archaic. By the 1900s, it was big business.
Oh, super big business.
It was big business. It's just they just didn't want us to fight. If you catch my drift, they didn't want us to fight.
And the heavyweight champion is basically the top athlete.
He was the king of the world. I mean, that's something that lasted honestly, all the way up to, early 2000s. If you was the heavyweight champion, you were the fucking man.
Yeah, I mean, it still holds weight today, too.
Yeah, it holds weight today, but if you look at Tyson Fury's physique, you kind of like, him?
Yeah.
Until you see him fight.
At the time, he was an animal, though.
Yeah, but until you see him fight. When you see him fight, he's like, oh, my God.
That was probably before his kids.
Right. Right. But think about when Tyson was a heavyweight champ. That was the most famous motherfucker. Him and Michael Jordan were the most famous, and Michael Jackson were the most famous people in the world.
Yep.
When niggas said they wanted to be like Mike, what did Biggie say? Anyone, Tyson, Jordan, Jackson.
Yep.
I mean, but hell, yeah, man. But I'm just happy to see boxing back at the forefront now. What do you think of Canelo versus Jermell Charlo on September 30th?
Ooh, that's going to be a tough one, because then Canelo coming off a fight out of one of his last 2 or 3.
He fought this dude named John Ryder, really a no-name, and he beat him. That was him. I mean, Canelo's last 2 fights, he fought Triple G, which Triple G is washed now. He fought Triple G, then he fought the dude John Ryder, because he knew nobody was interested in seeing him fight Bivol again.
Yeah.
It's like you lost that fight, bro. Get over it. Like, they're people.
Like, you should at least do one rematch just to be like, no, I actually can't beat you.
Well, see, what people was kind of getting irritated with Canelo about is that, he's the undisputed super middleweight champion. You got niggas like Charlo, David Benavidez, Jamie Munguia. You have people there who like want to fight you, but like
over in UK,
huh?
Ben, the dude over in UK, Ben.
Yeah, Ben. Yeah. You have people who want to fight him, and it's like, oh, you want to keep jumping weight classes when there's niggas here who's ready to take you out. And I think that's gonna be a damn good fight too. Clarissa Shields came out and said she thinks Charlo is gonna win.
I was about to ask you about that because I saw she had some type of promotion the other day, so I didn't know if she was fighting this weekend or soon.
No, she just fought about a month ago. She was promoting the Charlo. She's part of the Charlo camp. She's part of the Charlo team.
Yeah, she's one of my favorites, though.
Oh, yeah.
I seen her in Vegas at the MGM. I got starstruck. She's seen it, too. I saw the reaction to her face. Oh, shit, that's who she is.
And she cute, too, when she ain't fighting.
Yeah, she is. Oh, my God, she is so fine.
Yeah, she cute when she ain't fighting, but I'm like, I would never run up on her because she registered to whoop your ass. But I would
She's not as big as I thought she was, I guess, being on stage and camera and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But she is a female, so...
Oh, yeah, I would come up to her with the soft voice, but like, hey, Clarissa, no disrespect.
Yeah, she was like giving an interview to a bunch of men at the time.
Yeah, but she's a cutie.
Yeah, she is.
She is. She's a cutie. I mean, now she ain't no Layla Ali now. Now.
No, she's up there.
I'm talking about as far as looks.
Layla was good too.
Layla Ali was now Layla Ali. That's that's like goddess type stuff like that. I would have loved to see them fight though.
Oh yeah, that would have been amazing. That would have been amazing.
They was talking shit to each other about 3-4 years ago.
I wouldn't doubt it. I'm sure. Wolf. What's her name?
Oh, Ann Wolf.
Yeah, you know she's talking shit.
Oh yeah, well see, she talks shit to anybody because she want to get in that ring.
Oh yeah, especially with Layla. I think she was talking big shit to Layla.
She was talking big shit to Layla, but Layla beat her though.
They fought?
Yeah, they fought. Layla beat her.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, Layla, Layla, you know, Layla retired undefeated.
Ali's grandson's doing really good right now.
Yeah, I saw his last fight though, and he fought to a draw. There's a lot of holes in his game. He still got a lot of work to do. You talking about Nico?
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, he got a lot of work. He has a lot of work to do.
But they were saying the same thing about his grandpa, though.
Yeah, but his grandpa was on a different. First of all, in the era that his grandpa was fighting in, and the fact that, you know, even though by the time Muhammad started fighting, there were black heavyweight champions.
Yeah.
Black people pretty much ran the heavyweights by that time. But the shit that he was talking, and then all the political stuff. Plus, he was a gold medalist.
Yes, he was, but he threw it in the river. That's speaking.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, he came back and threw it in the river. He said it was worthless.
Yeah, but you know, like I said, grandson. And we all know only reason why he getting his pub is because who his granddad is.
Yeah, but if he wasn't as good as he is, it would have been his 15 minutes of fame would have been over already. I feel like he's kind of carrying the weight a little bit. I mean, he did have that draw, but
yeah,
those other fights, he's been holding his weight.
He has, but to me, it's a wait and see with him. I gotta see him. I want to see him against better competition.
Yeah, that's how I feel about other big names. Because they're doing good with. I don't want to say no name people in disrespect.
Tomato cans, you can say it.
Yeah, yeah, but not as good a competition as the elite. But I feel like some fighters, they've been proving themselves. But no disrespect to Ryan Garcia, but I saw him not beating Tank. He's good and he's flashy and fast and he's got some skills, but as far as a true pure boxer, I knew he wasn't going to beat Tank.
Bro, we talked after that fight, and I told you after round one, literally the first 30 seconds of that fight, I said he's fighting the wrong fight. Because Ryan Garcia, I said after the first 30 seconds of that fight, he was fighting the wrong fight. All he needed to do was he was so much bigger than Tank. All he needed to do was work behind his jab the entire fight.
Oh yeah. He's fast enough.
Yes.
Stay away from that punch.
But again, you know, his follow. I'm not saying that he can't fight, like you said, no disrespect, but you know, he's more popping on social media. He's a version. Yeah, he's this era's version of De La Hoya.
Yeah, that's why he's right up under his wing.
Well, you let him tell it. He fucking hates De La Hoya. Like they always.
Well, he heard what he ran into, what Canelo ran into.
Well, yeah, you see why? That's why Canelo dipped. That's why he signed that 3-fight deal with Al Heyman. So, but anyway, bro, yo, I'm gonna hit you up Saturday. I'm gonna send you the Addy.
Okay.
Because like I said, that it's going down.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
It's going down, but you're going to have a good time anyway. You're going to have a good time and come over here anyway because, you know, when I have a pay-per-view fight, we have fun.
I bet.
But anyway, this is RJ's first time on the show. Pleasure having you. When we got big fights coming up, you know I'm going to call you. You are my boxing aficionado. And when I say he is on the inside with some fighters, he's on the inside with some fighters.
I appreciate you.
Yeah, man, bro. I hit you up.
Right. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Oh, my goodness. Like I said, I'm so fucking hype about this fight. I'm serious. I am. I'm just ready for it. And I had to do my boxing. I had to have my boxing aficionado on, and he's going to become a friend of the show because boxing is heating up. It's not just this fight. It's the September 30th fight with Canelo and Charlo. And then even if you want to call it a circus fight between Tyson Fury and Ngannou, you know, I love talking boxing. And I also love talking boxing with this fella, with this brother right here, my family right here, who's been missing in action for a while. Cutting David, what up?
I mean, don't call me as missing in action, nigga. I'm married, nigga. I got married and 3 kids. Nigga, I got shit I got going on. But what's going on, bro?
And what the fuck that mean?
I slowed down a lot, man. I don't have that same pep in my step like I used to have.
What the hell does that have to do with you running your goddamn mouth, nigga? No, I'm messing with you.
I don't even do that as much nowadays.
Shit.
Look, if I can't come up to somebody and be like, hey, look, man, all that rah-rah you talking, bro, I'm gonna break your nose. And after that, then it escalates. Then I'm like, where you at? I'm like, oh, Lord, I'm going to fight this motherfucker.
Well, look, nigga, it's about to be football season, and we coming back to the prediction league, so I'm going to need your black ass to be a little bit more available. Now, my schedule has changed. I will give you that. But anyway.
What's your schedule change, nigga? What you talking about?
Well, the difference is I'm just coming on, I'm just doing the podcast Monday evening as opposed to early Monday afternoon. Well, anyway.
I'll tell you what, I'll shoot you my availability. How about that?
Anyway, bruh. Anyway, Terrence Crawford, Errol Spence. What it do?
Finally, about goddamn time.
About goddamn time.
Fight of the year candidate already.
Already.
It ain't even happened yet.
Already. And it is this Saturday night, boy.
For sure.
I'm going to jump right into it, bro. Who you got?
You know, let's get it.
Who you got?
That's a tough one. Especially since we never thought we'd see this fight. I'll say Crawford.
Bud Crawford. That's my motherfucking cousin predicting shit the way I would. I picked Bud Crawford too. I just had my homeboy on here, a true fight aficionado and a fight fan like us, D. And he picked Crawford. Spence. But I'm picking Crawford as well. So why you picking Bud Crawford to get the job done?
Hey, look, like we always say, man, styles make fights. In an alternate reality, somewhere in the MCU, I could see Spence putting up somewhere before Thanos snapped. I could see him winning.
This nigga said the MCU.
I could see it happening. But in the reality, Crawford's got the complete package. Crawford ready. Crawford will take. And I'm not even going to say it's a decision. It's going to be a knockout.
You think it's going to be a knockout?
I think it's going to be a knockout. Maybe 7, maybe 8. Top of the 8, bottom of the 8. I think it's going to be a knockout, bro.
Wow. Okay, I got Crawford winning by decision. So I have Crawford winning by decision. My man RJ has Spence stopping Crawford, and you have Crawford knocking Spence out. I think, man, right now, Crawford got his number. I think Crawford's had his number for years. And right now, it's the fight that we want to out. That's not, Crawford, bro. Plain and simple. That's how we doing it, bro. Terrence Crawford, plain and simple. Okay. So if you were so let's role play for a second. Let's say you're Errol Spence's trainer. What the fuck? Hey, did I have to use the camera? Should I have said pause?
Yeah, you should have paused that. That should have definitely been a pause moment.
I said I fucking hate you. Okay, let's role play. Pause.
Yeah, there we go.
Let's say that you're Errol Spence's trainer. How would you tell Spence to approach the fight?
Let him be the aggressor, but he counter. Be the counter man.
You would tell Spence to be the counterpuncher.
Be the counterpuncher. Don't look for that hard driving punch, that one shot. Wear him down. Maybe go to the body.
Wear him down, go to his body. Okay. Now remember, Spence has all of the advantages. He's the taller fighter. He's the younger fighter. Okay, now if you would, let's say...
But again, back to the old school joint, everybody got a plan until they get punched in the mouth.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
I think that's how they preparing him right now. Like, look, prepare for this punch. Prepare for that. Prepare for a volley. Prepare for this, that, and third. Nah. Just be a counter punch. Watch him move. Watch them legs move. Watch that right hand. Watch that left. Watch them shoulders move. Divvying from left to right. Watch all that.
This nigga on here sounding like a black customato. Talking about watch them shoulders move. Watch them chest muscles flex.
Yeah. React to him. And after that, man, the rest should come natural.
Okay. Now, if you were the trainer of Bud Crawford, how would you tell him to approach the fight?
Be the aggressor. Come out there, land your punches, be clean with it. Your combinations got to be sharp. And after that, finish. Just finish. Once you get them on the ropes, man, finish. Don't settle for this, that, and third, man. Settle for that knockout. Don't settle for the decision. Go for the knockout. Tear his head off. Make him know your name. Let him know your name.
He said, "What's my name,
Like,
bitch?"
at the end of this fight, somebody's name gonna be known, and then I don't think it's gonna be off no decision.
And what's
That's
my
why
name,
I
bitch?
think that it's strictly gonna be a decision. It's not gonna. It's gonna be a knockout fight. They're gonna come out. Both of them, I think, gonna come out swinging.
So you think that they're gonna come out, not like Hagler Hearns, but you think they're gonna both come out aggressive?
They're gonna be, they both try to be aggressive. You can't both be aggressive. Somebody needs to go ahead and step back and be like, all right, I'm watching you. You watching me. Let's see what it do. Let's do this thing.
Now you sound like now you sound like a motherfucking a track right there. Now you sound like a song. I'm watching you. You watching me.
Yeah, bars. And when y'all
Bars.
have them soon. Yeah, you can't both be aggressive, man. Everybody just take your time with it, but at the same time, be aggressive. It don't hurt to be a little aggressive. You can't be overly aggressive. You can't be like a Deontay Wilder type aggressive.
I was going to say, are we talking about the ring or are we talking about with a chick? Oh, pause.
Oh. Hey, we don't condone that.
I was going to say,
None of that.
no.
None of that, sir.
No.
Just ring strategy.
Yeah, I agree. Now, like I said, you think that Crawford is going to knock him out. I don't see the fight going that way, but again, I do see Crawford winning the fight. Now, how would you I asked this question earlier, because to me, this fight hasn't been getting the hype that it should and deserves to get.
Well, you and I both know the answer to that. That's Boston's fault.
Absolutely. Now,
Boston's fault.
part of this, my man, my homeboy RJ was telling me that, this is neither fighters with Bob Arum, so they're not going to get the type of promo on ESPN. This is a Showtime fight. Al Heyman, blase. But I'm looking at the last two earth-stopping welterweight unification, welterweight championship fights. The last three, excuse me. 2015 Mayweather-Pacquiao, which in all actuality was a dud. 1999 Oscar De La Hoya versus Felix Trinidad.
Yeah.
And then going all the way back to the early 80s with Sugar Ray Leonard versus Tommy Hearns. Which fight do you think this one could most emulate? Which fight out of those three that I just named, Ray Leonard versus Tommy Hearns, De La Hoya versus Trinidad, and Mayweather versus Pacquiao, which one of those fights do you think this fight could end up being the most like?
De La Hoya Trinidad.
I hope you are wrong. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
De La Hoya Trinidad.
You think this could be like De La Hoya Trinidad?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay.
Hearns, close to Hearns.
Hearns Leonard was an all-time classic.
Yes. But Hitman, once a Hitman came for you, man, them was knockout fights. That's not a this will be one of them run of the mill, we run off motion type fights. So it's gonna happen.
Well,
if it plays out that way, if they listen to their corners, hopefully their corners is giving them some good shit.
I hope it leans. I hope it leans closer to Leonard versus Hearns. I hope it leans closer to that because, of course, Mayweather and Pacquiao, neither one of these fighters, Crawford or Spence, is a defensive fighter like Floyd.
No.
And that's a good thing.
They on the level of Pacquiao.
That's a good thing though. As far as De La Hoya and Trinidad, that was a fight of classic boxer versus puncher. Even though De La Hoya could punch, he was a superior boxer, but he took his foot off the gas, thinking that he was sitting on a lead, and that came back to bite him in the ass. Like you said with Leonard versus Hearns, them's was knockout fights. I'm coming to take your fucking head off.
Yeah, I'm coming to take your head. At the end of this fight, they're gonna be talking about me. Because I'm either gonna kill you, or this is fight game over, and you're in the hospital some damn way.
This nigga said, I got time today.
Mm-hmm. I got time today. I'm just slow roasting this beef right now. That's about it.
Wait a minute, you're slow roasting beef?
I'm slow roasting some beef, man.
Oh, when you said I'm slow roasting this beef, I'm thinking you talking about the fighters having beef.
Oh no, I'm cooking. No. It'll be a hell of a fight. Either way, it's the fight that boxing really has needed for the longest.
Well, boxing has got another one of those coming up in September. I don't know if you know, September 30th, Canelo Alvarez is going to fight Jermell Charlo, excuse me.
Charlo?
Yeah, Canelo versus Charlo.
I just see it another way to put Canelo over.
Well, I will say this. I've noticed this with...
Like he's not already over.
Well, to me, Canelo has lost a step or two. I mean, because to me, watching Canelo's last couple of fights, he really more now, he tries to depend more on one big shot.
Yeah. But he still got the fundamentals of the whole package. Canelo, he's trying to rely on it, but at the same time, he don't need it. His boxing IQ and his total package, it can survive before a fight.
Well, he's gonna be the naturally bigger fighter because Jermell Charlo is coming up from two weight classes for that fight. This is gonna be for Canelo's undisputed 168-pound super middleweight titles, and Jermell Charlo is coming from junior middleweight from 154. So Canelo will be the naturally bigger fighter.
As he's been most of his career, the naturally bigger fighter. But he's comfortable in his situation.
Except for when he goes up to light heavyweight.
Well, that's when he's uncomfortable. That's when he starts to look sloppy. He'll win a fight, but he looks sloppy doing it.
Well, he looked sloppy winning his last fight at super middleweight against an unknown named John Ryder. He looked like he was just depending on one punch in a fight that nobody thought was going to go 12 rounds, ended up going 12 rounds. Now, Canelo won pretty much every round, but it's like, put this dude away. Put this dude away, put this dude away, put this dude away. But he didn't. But that's another fight that, excuse me, that is going to have me hype as a bitch when that comes on September 30th. But all I'm worried about is Saturday night. Saturday night is going to be such a beautiful night. That whole day Saturday is going to be dope because Alicia having her big cookout that day.
For
yeah, for the birthday down at the property in Sandston. And then the fight.
For what?
So I can't wait. It's going to be a beautiful, beautiful day. But how is everybody, bro?
Everybody Gucci, bro. Everybody Gucci. Who was at the pool when you called?
Oh yeah. I took the kids to the pool on Saturday. Oh yeah. Yeah. You haven't talked to me since my birthday.
No, I haven't. I texted you on your birthday. You ain't even thank you,
nigga. I worked on my birthday, bro. I did. I worked on my birthday, but I said shout out to everybody. Shout out to everybody who showed me birthday love. That includes your black ass nigga.
For sure, bro. No, I figured you had a good birthday and everything was love.
Like I said, I worked on my birthday. I'm part of that. I'm part of that club now. Part of that 40 dog club.
The 40 and up club.
Yeah, brother.
Well, welcome to the club, bro.
Hey man, it is what it is. I'm not getting older. I'm getting better, brother. Okay.
Like I was telling you, you asked me what I feel when I turned 40. It felt like I did yesterday. Nothing changed.
Oh, that's how I was telling my sister when we got up on Saturday, like, how's it feel to be 40? I said the same as when I turned 39, 38, 37, 36, 35.
That's it. 40 is really just a number. 40 is one of them things where it's like it's a milestone birthday, but at the same time, you don't feel no different. It just depends on what you're doing.
Yeah. A couple people gonna ask me, am I gonna not be as silly now that I'm now 40 as opposed to when I turned 30? I just looked at them and said, these nuts.
Right.
Bitch, I'm the best at being me.
Yeah, 40 is a mind state. If you set yourself into that, then that's what you're gonna be. 40 ain't shit. 40 is just another day. Like I said, I got 41 coming up this year, bro.
I know.
It ain't really bothering me now. 40 didn't bother me none. I'm still out here grinding better than these 20-some-year-old cats. I'm just looking at it like, man, what? Get out the way. Let Big Dog show you how to do it. Big Dog status. T.I. Big Dog status.
And I wanted to bring this up too, because I've been talking about this the last couple of shows. You know, this is 50 years of hip hop, bro. So I've been asking the last couple of weeks. I asked Sean, I asked Calvin. Now I'm gonna ask you. Give me your top 5 rappers right now.
As of right now?
Top 5 rappers all time, bro.
Of all time or just right now?
No, your top 5 rappers of all time.
Man, my top 5 rappers ain't never changed. It's still gonna be Big. It's still gonna be Pop. Shit. I ain't been asked that question in a little bit. Because I had to defend it. Because you know these newer cats, they just like, oh man, you heard Lil Xan joint or whatever. Well, one of these new rappers. It's still gonna be Big. It's still gonna be Pop. Wayne, of course. I'm gonna take Wayne over Jay. Gotta get somebody old school. I'll take LL. That's one thing that changes my top 5. I throw LL in now.
Okay.
Because I didn't realize that LL's contribution was like that. And I got one, and I'm gonna say. Let's go back out there. Eminem.
I knew you was gonna say that. I knew you was gonna say him. I knew it.
but you gotta look at what Eminem's done for the culture.
Oh no! I'm not saying that to knock. No, I'm just I figured because I just figured you were gonna go there. I think Eminem is on my top 5. Okay, who did I say top 5? Of course, Pop, Big, Nas, Jada, and M. Yeah.
I mean, what Eminem's done for the culture, Jada. Big up respect for that one. But I couldn't put Jada in it because I'd have to put Styles.
Yeah, it was tough. Look, it was tough. It was tough because I started thinking about. I thought about LL. I thought about Rakim. I thought about Method Man. I started thinking about some of these cats, and I was like, but damn, like that's like Jada. I mean, every time you hear Jada rap, you get that funky look on your face, like, whoo, did that nigga just say that? Woo.
I mean, Styles P, on the other hand, he's clean with it. He runs that fast. Styles, his metaphor game, his timing, his delivery is just there. Jada, I respect the hell out of Jada. Trust me. Like, he does his thing.
Well, what does 50 years of hip-hop mean to you?
Huh?
I said, what does 50 years of hip-hop mean to you, sir? Go on my phone. 50 years of hip hop means that, we as a society, as far as black folks, hip hop is black culture. That's what that is. It means that after 50 years, we still alive, we still strong, we still set our own destiny. We still got a foot on the neck of mainstream media. You know what I'm saying? Like, people still out here listening to hip hop like that. And the fact that we still out here doing it means that we still have a voice and we need to do something better with our voice. But that's what we got. We got hip-hop. And hip-hop has always been a way to express what one is feeling. You know what I'm saying? Where one has come from. All that. So hip-hop is 50 years of it means that we've come a long damn way, bro. Yeah, because, I mean, the first 10 years of it, people thought that it wouldn't even make it.
Well, I couldn't do it. Yeah, definitely, bro. Definitely.
Hey, I had that question again. I asked Sean, I asked Calvin that question, and somehow, some way, Cash Money and No Limit came up, and me, Sean, and Calvin literally sat on here last week for about 30 minutes having an argument about that shit. Shit was funny as hell.
Cash Money and No Limit.
So I made a mix. I made a mix. It's on YouTube. No Limit versus Cash Money. I did.
All right. So they're both two pioneering brands that have contributed a lot to that 50 years of hip hop. Cash Money and No Limit. Because remember, we back in the 5th grade, back in the 4th grade, probably earlier than that, bro.
That's when we were sneaking to listen to Death Row.
That's it. But still around the same timeline, there was Cash Money.
No, the No Limit and Cash Money was, you talking about elementary school us sneaking to listen to Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre to when we in high school. You know, we don't have to sneak to listen to that shit no more.
We ain't never listen to that. Both brands, both labels have contributed so much to hip hop. Cash Money, I'm gonna call it a draw. I'm gonna draw. Because without Cash Money, you get no Birdman, Low Hater. Respect on his name.
If we finish and we done.
We finish or we done. You know, Birdman, and most important, you get no Wayne.
Oh, that's true. That is true.
You get no Wayne. Now with Cash Money, not Cash Money, No Limit.
No Limit.
Master P. Rappers right now are talking about Master P in the hardest right now. Like 50 Cent, I had no idea. Like 50 Cent took his business model from Master P.
Bro, that's why I love Master P so much, because Master P, you know, you never heard one artist that he had say anything negative about him.
No.
During their time with No Limit or after their time with No Limit.
Minus the sun. But we're not gonna get on that because
Romeo will get it together.
Yeah, he need to get his life together. He wouldn't be nowhere without his partner. Other than that,
but yeah, Master P, like, I mean, aside from, you know, particularly on his early albums just being dope. I mean, Ice Cream Man, Ghetto D, The Last Dawn, Only God Can Judge Me. Now, M. Jones was classics right there.
Yeah.
But you know, I'm like I said, I made the list. I've listened to it twice. It's almost 4 hours long, and yeah, it's almost 4 hours long. You know me, D. I was a No Limit soldier. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
I was a No
I
Limit
already know
soldier.
you went with No Limit.
Yeah, I mean, but I was listening, and I downloaded the classics from Cash Money.
Okay.
And you know, and we were talking about a time period from, you know, when both of those labels were hot. We were talking about the time period of 97 to 2001, right? And it was what I thought it was. You know, Cash Money, Manny Fresh made amazing beats.
He was the Dr. Dre at the time.
But they as far as lyrically, they rapped about the same stuff. I mean, and if you like Flash, and if you like the Flash and the flaunting and the stunting, then, you know, that was for you.
Yeah.
You know,
Sure.
but if you talking about who had, from that time period, who had the better bars, I don't think it was close. I really don't think it was close, because you could give me Juvenile, or you give me Wayne, but I can give you Mystical, and I can give you Snoop, and I can give you C Murder, and I can give you Mia X, and I can give you Fiend.
You know, when you get to talking about stuff like that, then you gotta bring in like No Limit versus Vicious Mafia.
You know, I did a back in the day, I did a mix. I did a mix CD, No Limit versus Hypnotized Camp, and I might do another one.
Nah, you gotta bring in guys like Lil White.
Oh man, yeah, you talking about?
White was a big.
Yeah, he was. But you talking about Juicy and Paul, and I did, because I remember I matter of fact, I still may have it. I have to look in my CDs showing my age. But I did a No Limit versus Hypnotized joint. I did.
But I mean, as far as No Limit,
because No Limit had so many, had more versatile artists. And, you know, like Hypnotized. With Cash Money, it was just the Hot Boys and the Big Timers.
The same group.
Yeah. Now, I'm not talking about Cash Money of Drake and Nicki Minaj and shit like that. I'm not talking about that Cash Money.
No.
I'm talking about late 90s, early 2000s.
I got you. Cash Money, forced to be reckoned with. as always, I would say Cash Money's biggest artist, of course, is going to be Wayne.
I mean, now it's easy to say that now, but back when the Hot Boys was hot, I think everybody thought the biggest artist was Juvenile, was Juvie.
Juvie had some hits, but Juvie, like you said, lyrically, I looked at lyrics, content, everything like that. Juvie didn't have it.
But see, Wayne really didn't like become the Wayne that we know and love till like the Carter.
I mean, no, he still had 500 degrees. You can't count out 500 degrees.
Yes, I can. Yes, I can.
Well, that's when he was on that joint when they was rapping on the same mix.
Yeah, man. Look, when Wayne got with Gilly, and like I said, I didn't become a Wayne fan until the first Carter. Because to me, it was different, and it was different, and it wasn't the same old I rock ice that all the time. Wayne, to me, in the Carter was actually talking about some shit.
Right. He talked about his life. He started doing that, but that's when Wayne became Wayne without Hot Boys.
That's what I'm saying. But like the mix that I made, like I said, is pretty much during that time period. I threw a couple of Cash Money songs from like the mid 2000s just because they was hot songs, and I got so much No Limit. I'm like, people gonna think I'm biased, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm proud to say I was a huge No Limit fan, still am. But people, I was like, if anybody listen to this, they're gonna think I'm biased. So I put Stunt Like My Daddy and Pop Bottles on there. They had nothing to do with that time period.
No.
That was just Lil Wayne and Birdman, but they were hot songs. So I threw them on there because I got pretty much everything from No Limit from the 90s, and to me it was damn near a blowout. So I was like, okay, and like I said, I'm not throwing no shade. I put one song from the Carter on there, and it wasn't even Go DJ because that's too predictable. I put Cash Money Millionaire. That ain't fair, and I don't care. I'm a motherfucking Cash Money millionaire. Yeah.
I don't want Fireman. Everybody knows.
Well, see, Fireman was Carter 2. Fireman was on Carter 2. I mean, that's easy. Now, when I do a mix of nothing but Lil Wayne, which I'm going to do a mix of nothing but Wheezy, I'm going to have all of that on there.
Fair enough. I don't know. But, again, we was off topic. We already straight left with that shit.
Oh, yeah, 50 years of hip-hop.
50 years of hip-hop.
That's what happened last week with Sean and Calvin on the phone.
They're included in all that.
Oh, they are. Absolutely. No question.
But 50 years of hip-hop, you got to include Cash Money. You got to include No Limit because guys like Manny Fresh, Birdman, just the amazing producers since back in the day. I mean, that's who's got us to this point. And now, here in hip-hop today, I don't really care for hip-hop. Nowadays, you talking about rappers that rap about the same thing. It's only so many times I want to hear niggas talk about, I got a Lambo and a Jeep, this much money. I'm done with that. It's like, cool, bro, that's what you got, but I don't have it. Can I borrow it? Give me $20. No, I'm not going to get it. You know what I'm saying? And then it's the mumble rap culture. So
yeah.
I'm not with all that. But 50 years, it allowed them to get their voice. It allowed them to do that. So I'm with it. If it allowed rap, hip-hop has allowed people who had either no business in the culture or they were trying to make a way for themselves, like Wu-Tang Clan and guys like that. Smash it.
Absolutely. Well, I ain't gonna hold you up no longer, bro. You ain't been on the show in a minute, so we needed to hear your voice. Again, the prediction league is starting up. Football is less than 50 days away. So I'm going to bust y'all ass during the prediction league again. You already know that's coming. Bro, y'all Patriots missed out on DeAndre Hopkins, bro. But
well, there's a lot.
Y'all leaving it up to McCorkle.
Exactly.
Y'all leaving it up to McCorkle.
Anyway, what is that? Like your wine bottle when it breaks? McCorkle? I mean when I see McCorkle.
Hey, don't worry, bro. Next time we get on, it's gonna be I'm gonna try to get do what we did about a month ago when it was me, you, Sean, and Calvin on the phone. That'll be fun.
That's fine. That's for you uncultured folks.
All right, bro. I'll holler at you.
Yes, sir. Tell the missus I said, what's that?
I will, bro.
Ain't y'all coming to Virginia?
Yeah, we coming down. We got Carter family.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, y'all black asses better stop through here Saturday night. That's right. I forgot all about that. Your ass better show up Saturday night. Anyway,
We'll see.
look, here you go. We'll see. We'll see. Anyway, all right, bro. Y'all take y'all time, man.
Bro. You too, bro.
All right.
Okay.
Cutting David in this. Ain't heard from. Hey, man. That's cousin, but that's brother right there. All jokes aside, but with that being said, with a buzzer. Oh my gosh. I am just so hyped. I'm so hyped for Saturday. I cannot wait. I just want to see a damn great fight. That's all I want to see. But I'm going to have a good time as well as I do whenever it is a major league fight, especially one with such epic proportion as this fight. And again, I cannot wait. But before we go, I do want to give again a shout out to my sister who we hung out a little bit, to celebrate my birthday. But if you guys are in the business or looking to purchase a house, please look up First Class Real Estate RVA. You can look it up on Google. You could look it up on Facebook. Again, that is First Class Real Estate RVA. Hit my big sister up. She will get you squared away when it comes to buying a home. That is what she does. She is a master at it. So again, that is First Class Real Estate RVA. And definitely don't forget to hit the subscription button and the like button and become part of the Sports Plus Life family. You feel me? It's your boy Brandon Brevon Towns. I'm out this bit. Peace. Y'all might see me do a YouTube live the night of the fight. I'm not going to YouTube live during the fight because I got to turn all the volumes down. But you guys will probably see me YouTube living it up fight night on Saturday, July 29th, excuse me. And again, I'm out this bit. Peace. Love you.